Anybody can get 90%. That's not a bug, that's the feature. Because in school, 90% doesn't measure intelligence. It measures obedience. Do what's taught, memorize what's expected, and repeat what's rewarded. And you'll be called brilliant. The problem is, school never tells you what brilliance actually is. It makes you feel intelligent without ever testing how deep that intelligence goes. Because school isn't designed for depth. It's designed for delivery. 40 students, 1 teacher, 1 pace. If you lag, too bad. If you're ahead, you're ignored. It's not a classroom, it's a conveyor belt. People often say, coaching centers ruined education. No, they revealed how weak it already was. A typical school science teacher earns less than what most private tutors charge per student. They handle 4 or 5 sections, endless paperwork, and barely have time to master what they teach. You can't pay peanuts and expect Newton. They teach because they have to. Coaching teachers teach because if they fail, they're out of a job. That difference shows. A good coaching teacher earns more than some CEOs. Because they know their subject inside out. They've solved the same question 1,000 times, in 100 variations. They don't need a textbook, they are the textbook. Now, people love saying, but coaching centers create pressure. Of course they do. So does life. The difference is that coaching prepares you for it. Schools tell you everyone is special. Coaching shows you that talent means nothing without skill, and skill means nothing without repetition. You don't pass because you're lucky, you pass because you worked harder and understood deeper. Competitive exams are brutal, but they're honest. They don't care how polite you were in class or how pretty your notebook was. They only care if you actually know what you're doing. That's why so many school toppers crumble, because they've never been tested outside their comfort zone. Coaching centers don't give you questions with patterns. They give you the kind that kill patterns. And that's when you meet the real version of yourself, the one that can't be saved by old notes or familiar tricks. That's reality. And it's not cruel, it's fair. Schools were built to maintain equality. Coaching exists because equality isn't enough anymore. When the number of seats is small and the population is massive, you don't need more special students, you need competent ones. Of course, coaching isn't perfect. It's commercial, mechanical, and exhausting. But let's be clear, it didn't make education competitive. It made competition transparent. And in my opinion, I wish we had that same transparency in other fields too, literature, languages, arts, history. Because the truth is, schools fail there just as badly. Most literature classes kill curiosity, they turn poetry into paraphrasing. Language classes reduce communication to grammar rules. History becomes a list of dates, not ideas. Imagine if we had coaching-level teachers for these subjects, people who actually loved what they taught and knew how to teach it well. If that existed, maybe students who cared about writing, art, or philosophy wouldn't have to settle for mediocrity disguised as creativity. Schools still matter. You need them for structure, for exposure, for basic literacy. But when it comes to understanding, in any subject, schools rarely go deep enough to matter. That's why we built a second system. Because someone had to take learning seriously. We keep saying education should be for everyone, fine. But let's start by making it work for someone. Until then, we'll keep living in this strange duality, paying schools to teach us what to think, and paying coaching centers to finally teach us how. Like, comment, share and subscribe if you think it's better to face reality at 17 than to be protected from it until 22.